Hey friends, welcome into my channel today. My name is Sherry. If you're new, thanks for being here. I'm so happy to have you. Normally, you see my hands on my videos most of the time, but I in fact do have a face. You're not gonna see it very often. I try not to let the world see it very often, but anywho, we are here today to do the Makers Creative Collab 2024 hashtag freshen it up. FRESHNITUP. Freshen it up. Probably be backwards on your screen, but there it is. This is brought to us by PM Artist Studio on YouTube. Patricia and Mariah. They have lots of fun things going on every month. Challenges, collabs, swaps, you name it. So go on over, check them out, pmartiststudio.com and PM Artist Studio on YouTube and on Facebook. They are makers of mixed media, art and artists. If you're not a part of that, go on over, answer a couple questions, get signed up, and join our arty family as we play and have fun and create. So I'm going to be turning the camera around. We are entering my craft space. Now I spent almost all day yesterday doing some rearranging and cleaning and decluttering in my craft room. So I'm going to pop in a couple pictures. One's going to be what my craft room looked like before I started. The other is going to be while I was in process. And what I'm going to show you today is how far I've gotten so far. I'll also show you what we still have to work on. So there's going to be more videos with this hashtag throughout this month because I still have a lot of work to do, and you're going to see that in just a minute. So let's flip this thing around and I'll show you my space. All right, friends, so this is me, clearly, this is me walking into my new craft space. So let me just pop a couple pictures up and I will just go around my room from basically counterclockwise all the way around and show you what I'm doing. But I'll pop the pictures in of what it looked like before I started, what I was doing all day long yesterday, and where I'm at today. So my room is not very big, okay? It's just a spare bedroom. I'm thankful to have it. I'm not complaining at all. It is a little bit small, so I feel that I work better when I have zones and spaces dedicated to projects. So this is just, I have a over the door hanger that holds on the back side of my door all my extra glues, all kinds of stuff, but basically just extra glue and that kind of thing that I don't want cluttering up my craft room. So this area right here, if you've seen any of my craft room tours before, you know this is a marketplace find. That is where I stand and do, if I'm not filming, well, I do film here, never mind. I do film, but this is this I did not move. This is where I do my gel plate printing. Here's my sign for Makers Creative Collab, freshen it up. But this is a great place for me to stand, do all of my gel plate printing. I can set my camera up right here and I'm good to go. Got my water at the ready. I don't have a ton of paints, but what I have for right now works in this little storage container for me, and that's fine. And then I did put my sewing machine, which used to be on my craft desk, and it's easily movable. So I could sew right there. I'd like to get a nice little table to put there just so that I can keep my sewing machine there. But in the meantime, it's fine. It works. I can easily move it to my craft desk. This is just one area that still needs to be cleaned out. You're going to see quite a few of those, but this is just where I keep material. So these are scraps, some fat quarters, some other material. So that is area number one that still needs work. This is where I moved my desk to. It's not a very big desk, so it's very small. That also needs to be redone. I won't do that on camera because I don't feel like that really has anything to do with crafting, but I started the top drawer of my file cabinet, cleaned that out really good. I still need to do the bottom, and then I need to go through every drawer in my desk and get that taken care of, which will get done. My word for this year apparently is declutter. This is my Epson EcoTank 3760, and I absolutely love it. And I'm so excited. I just found out that I can do sublimation prints on it when I get the acquired products. So there you go. All right, moving forward. I hope my lighting is okay. I kept my, can you see the mountains back there? Right above that house. Isn't that pretty? This house blocks my whole view. I used to have the whole view of the mountains right there, but it blocks my view. Anywho, moving forward, this is a craft cart, my first craft cart, but it's got a broken wheel, so it has to stay pretty stationary, and I do want to clean that out. This cupboard was facing this way with my craft desk right here. I moved it, let me back up so you can see it. I moved it against that wall. It's my attempt to make my own dream box, which if you've ever seen those, yeah, they're pricey. That's not going to happen. And I don't even have enough room in here for one. But I will open it up and I will show you. I haven't even addressed this yet, except the top. I'll explain a couple things in a minute. Those are some of my ephemera holders, idea holders, just pre-made stuff, pre-made ephemera, a basket of things I've received in ATC swaps, tag swaps, card swaps, and I have some plans for those. I'll tell you about that. So this is my, this is my big cupboard that really needs some work. I'm really not even sure what all I'm going to find in there, to be honest with you, but I'm going to be eliminating, I used to really be into planning, like Plan With Me videos and planners and stuff like that. So I've got a huge collection. All that's going to get gone through, consolidated, cleaned up. This is going to become probably more of my candle storage if I've got a good supply of candles, my Cricut materials, just a really nice organized place to keep things. So clearly this is what we're going to be working on. Probably not this week, but more so next week. That's a big, big project. But that is a really useful cabinet. Looks like my shelf is bowing a bit there. It's probably a good thing that I'm going to go through that. But anyway, I really like that. Got that on Marketplace as well. Let me turn you around, but I'll go ahead and transition it so you don't get dizzy, because I want to show you again this down here. Again, this needs to be cleaned out. This is all full of fabric, scraps, quilters batting, my iron, one of my boxes for essential oils. As you can see, this is kind of where, if I don't know where to put something, it gets shoved in here. So that's going to have to change. And if I ever get, or when I get organized here, this could be potentially used more for maybe some fabric storage on the bottom, and then gel printing products and extras and things like that on the top. So that is my plan for that. That's another, whoops, sorry, thing that we will be probably doing together, because I do feel that that's craft related. Just a big basket of fabric scraps. Here comes my doggies. There's Max. So Max, there's Maxie. Hi, Maxie. And then this is Miss Willow. Whoops, come on, Miss Willow. I'm trying to show your face, silly. Okay, we don't want to make our friends dizzy here. So anyway, we are now moving over to, and I'm going to pull my chair. This is my craft chair. Just an office chair, nothing fancy, nothing extravagant, but it works for me. So this is my craft desk. It's a desk that I picked up at an estate sale, and it's been painted several times. So this is my main work area. My main craft cart isn't too bad right now, but I would like to take it apart and just give it a good reorganize. But I keep it pretty organized for my, like when I'm working on my junk journals, I've got all my glues right here, my art glitter glue, glue sticks, Fabri-Tac, scissors, rulers, punches, paper towels hang there. So it's actually pretty darn organized. It does have a funky wheel too. So my husband said we're going to have to glue it. And then panning over this way. So this is my new view when I'm sitting. It's not a very pretty view of the house next door, and the grass is dry. So usually I've got flowers out there and grass, but it's kind of all purpose. These were some flowers I received from friends for my birthday, and I just love them. If you know me, you know I love sunflowers. This is a shelf I bought initially for my trailer, our RV trailer, to put dishes and stuff on, but it didn't fit. So I've been using it in my craft room right down here. These are all my gel plates. I'm going to explain these in just a minute. Some PM Artist Studio stencils, and I've got a stencil binder. Little bit of a catch-all, I'm going to admit. This is a multimedia book I'm going to be doing collaging in. This is another collage project book. More, oh gosh, what's this? Some pre-made ephemera that I have. Projects I'm working on right here. These are some of the things that I use a lot. I just keep like my little ball pens. My magnets are in here somewhere. Charms. Stuff in here. Just that kind of thing. Some little papers and some glassine bags. This is Grogu. A girlfriend of mine knitted that for me and sent it to me. And so he hangs out and crafts with me. I did not turn any of these lights on because I felt like they would be too glary. I always keep the PM Artist Studio information up here on my filming stand, and I dropped them the other day and put them backwards. So anyway, this is my self-healing cutting mat. You are used to seeing this side in my videos, but look how wore out that thing is. I really need a new one. I mean, some of the numbers are off, and yeah, it's kind of in bad shape, but you know, I've had this mat for, well, I probably first got my first Cricut 7 years ago, 8 years ago. So yeah, this mat has held up well. So anyway, exciting times, exciting times. My new Cricut Maker 3 came this morning. I've got it all set up. Probably just saw Willow run by. The dogs are playing outside. So I basically just sat it up. I haven't done anything with it yet except my test run just to make sure everything was working fine, and it is. So my daughter, my youngest daughter, does a lot of Cricut crafting and sign making and things like that. So she's going to bring me some scraps to play with, because when I sold my other maker, which was my second maker, I gave her my first maker because her Cricut died. Then I bought a new maker, and I don't know what I was thinking, but about 6 months ago or so, I sold my maker, all the vinyl that I had, pretty much everything I had Cricut except a few of my tools that I still use. What I was thinking, I have no bleeping idea. But anywho, I got to start all over. I'm going to have to get a new Easy Press. I'm going to have to get just a lot of stuff. But that's going to come in time. However, I did order, and I thought it might be more cost effective. I got a gift certificate or an Amazon gift card from some friends for my birthday. And I ordered, it's a stand, because you can see I just need more vertical space to work, right? So it's a stand that is really cute. It's white. It's going to fit my Cricut. My Cricut maker can go on top of it. And when I get my Easy Press, it can go underneath. So that's going to be really handy. And I felt that was money better well spent right now than buying another Easy Press, because I really don't have any iron-on material and or vinyl and all that stuff right now anyway. So little by little, I'm going to stock back up and the projects will increase. So moving on over here, I'm just going to move my chair out of the way. I moved some of this stuff around. Trash can. Guess I could have put that out of the way for the video. This is where I keep my paper. These are current journals that I'm working on. This is all my cabbage dyed, avocado dyed, coffee dyed paper, tissue paper, printer paper. There's some cardstock in there somewhere. And then this wall, my husband did put up for me. And this is where I used to keep a lot of my, if my vinyl still could hang, that's where I kept my vinyl. So these are the three that just came in my new, because I got kind of the essential bundles so that I could get some new mats, because all of my other mats, previous mats, are all pretty yucky and not in the greatest of shape. So at least now I have one brand new of all the 12 by 12 mats. I've still got a few of my large. I do use my pink one. I like to do sewing projects, so that's, I'm going to have to get another rotary blade for my Cricut, because of course I sold that too. And those are just some of my other cutting and mat tools that I used for sewing and crafting. But it's a nice big wall and it gives me lots of space. So I organized that yesterday. I just have an apron over there, and that's my sari silk. These are the tools that I had previously, and then in my kit, I got a new tool kit and a new trimmer. So this trimmer I want to use just, this is my grandson when he was little, my oldest little stinker. He's getting big now. This I'm going to put Cricut pins in when I get some. That's a new cutter, so I'm going to use that strictly for vinyl, because right here I have my We Are Memory Keeper scoreboard and cutting board. I have my old original Cricut cutter, and I have my small guillotine, and up there is my wooden guillotine. And then just some random, kind of ran out of room, Sizzix die cutting machine. I've got some of my laces and things like that, some fabric scraps at my disposal, that kind of thing. So underneath there I keep my my tote that has all my wooden stamp blocks and everything. And then in there, I just keep extra printer paper, cardstock, various things like that. So that's kind of, if I pan around slowly, this is kind of really my creative zone as far as what I'll be doing on my Cricut and my making my journals and that kind of thing. So I'm pretty proud of that. I think it came out really nice, and I feel like I made some good progress. And turning back around this way, I'm going to move my chair again. We're coming to my candle making, what do you call it, bench. So this is where I make all of my soy candles, which I've got one burning here. That's my melter pot. Those are just some tools, some paperwork, doctor visit thing. I keep my melting pots up there for when I pour my wax and mix in my fragrances and that kind of thing. Little sign my grandson made me right there. Molly, my youngest, made me that with her Cricut. Lids for my candles. Only problem is my light. I have a light underneath here, but it went out and I don't know. We're not quite sure how to get it fixed. So that's why I have this kind of extra light over here in the corner, because it can help me to see better when I'm doing my candles. I guess I could have straightened this up for you. That would have been a nice thing for me to do. But underneath here, I just keep that's my wax, clean candle jars, unopened candle jars, burned candle jars, and then my fragrances. And I think this year I'm really going to step myself up and get some plastic totes to keep my fragrances in, because I think that's going to be a little bit classier, don't you? Under there, just random candle things. Over here is the candles that I have left from the holidays that I made. So as you can see, there's not too many left. We had a pretty good candle year. Up here is another pegboard. I did not get through this one yesterday and organize it. It's mainly got twine. I use a lot of twine. It's got some bags, some tape, labels, just kind of random. Double-sided tape. This is all Christmassy kind of stuff back here. Paper crafting stuff here. Some of my Tim Holtz. These are some of my new stamps I got. And I really like this little bag that they're in. And some other little, Tim Holtz things, random. But I kind of feel like I need to maybe, in this whole process, do a little organizing on that. I've been using these candle jars for years, 10 years or so, however long I've been making candles. But I do have, and let me see if I can reach down here without disturbing you too much. I did get these jars, and I thought they were really pretty. They're a little dusty. So this year, I'm going to stick with my mason jar candles, but I'm also going to add these candles to my collection. Let me open the lid so you can see. Sorry about that. The thing is, what's been holding me up on these, they're really pretty. I've test burned a couple. Obviously, you have to test burn everything. But I need labels for them. So now with my Cricut, I can make my own labels. So I'm really excited about that. I can get that brought into production in 2024, and I will market those as my luxury line. And then this is I just call it my farmhouse design, or my, rustic design, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, that's kind of the last of my room. I have a little dog bed in case one of the dogs decides they want to lay down and take a little snooze while I'm working in here. But otherwise, guys, that is it for now. And this is I did want to show you my filming stand. So it's very portable, which is good. That's why I can move it from here to back here if I'm going to do some gel printing. I do have to keep an iron on there for counterweight, because if not, it tips over. But I've had it for many, many years and it works really good. And anyway, that is my crafting space. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and my take on hashtag freshen it up. And I hope to see you next week. We'll work on that cabinet. We'll work on this cabinet. We'll work on the material over there. And we'll work a little bit more on here. And maybe even underneath there if I get some totes to put my fragrances in. All right, friends. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the tour of my freshening up craft space. I enjoyed filming it for you. I invite you to hit that like button, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Consider ringing the little bell, ding, ding, ding. It's over here on my desk so that you are notified, hopefully, when a new video comes out. I'm really trying to get on my game here and get more videos out every week. So fingers crossed, Shary can do that. But anyway, you guys, take good care, stay safe, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next week on this particular hashtag when we tackle that big monster in the corner. Thanks for watching. I love you all. See you next time.